Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the RGM Experience podcast with me, Carl Maloney, that guy from RGM, bothering you again for another week here at the RGM Experience podcast, a podcast where we delve into the grassroots music industry and beyond and find interesting people within it. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Natalie and Erin from Loose Articles. Hey up, you two.
Hey up, you all right?
Where did we find you two today then? Just trying to stay out of trouble? Are you at home?
That's it, yeah. We're in Manchester.
Yeah, it's a weeknight, so we're not allowed to go to the pub until we have to be sensible now.
I hear you. So Manchester's a nice place to be, isn't it? I think last time I saw you in real life, you were DJing at Big Hands, I think, or the Blinders were, a couple of boys from the Blinders were out at a gig, just some little random gig with there, and Manchester's just a great place to live.
Yeah, we love it. It's top. And we love Big Hands, don't we?
Yeah, definitely. Big Hands, all the gigs there, buy sour grapes, great guys. And it's really good, really lovely music scene, isn't it?
Yeah. I think so. I try and share this because there's a lot of people within this like music scene that go out of the way. They're at gigs every night. I don't know where they get the energy from. Just out there supporting all the bands out there in Manchester. And the first time I saw you guys live was Psych Fest. You opened up Gorilla and it was just rammed. It was just sweaty and horrible and beautiful.
That was a good gig, wasn't it?
It was really good. I think I remember that gig. We got played on BBC Sports before. We did a session firm and it was going live on BBC Sports just before we were supposed to load in. Yeah. So we all was at Tree's house watching it.
And then we watching party, didn't we?
Yeah, we had a watching party and then we all went over, but at this point our watching party we was already a few Stellas deep as well, weren't we? So
we got a bit giddy.
Have you got a relationship with Stella yet? Have they told you off and ripping the logo off, or what's going on with that?
Still waiting for the post. Sponsorship.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be good press whether we get sponsored or sued. We'd like a sponsorship with them. We do tag them in stuff all the time. So
we're not trying to hide it. We
well, you definitely don't. No, it's brilliant. Like your logo was pretty much the Stella one, which is fucking funny.
That's it. 1 minute. Let me just have a look at this beer map I've got here.
Oh, there we go. If you're listening to the podcast, it's a beer map with Loose Articles logo on it. It's just like the Stella one. They must give you a few crates of beer at some point, eh?
Yeah.
One day we'll get sponsored. I'd just like, it'd be nice if we were on an advert, like our music was, and just us on an advert.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
So David Beckham.
Yeah.
Get us on.
That's when you know you've made it, innit, I suppose, when you get that Stella sponsorship and then then you've got a few quid for life.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well,
made of.
It bloody is. And well, last time we had a chat, Natalie, this is the first time I've met you, mate. And that last time we spoke to you, Natalie, was way back in April 2022, episode 33, if you want to delve into the archives and relive that experience. And we were just talking to you. You just announced that you were going to be right back then. You were going to be supporting the Foo Fighters. And then it didn't happen. All sad news. Tyler sadly passed away, and the tour got delayed. So it was just building up to that, weren't it? That feels like a lifetime ago.
Yeah, and it was one of those. It was like as soon as we found out, it was like, oh, it won't happen again, sort of thing. But you know what? They stuck to the word, and they invited back all the bands that they previously asked, to support them, like all the smaller bands. It was just really nice because they could have just not done that. So
we were gutted, weren't we? But at the same time, we were just kind of like, let's just we wasn't expecting to get the call back.
No,
and when we did, we were obviously really buzzing.
Yeah.
So was it Dave that called you back?
Yeah, personal line.
Line.
Straight call.
Like, go on then, why not?
Okay, mate. Okay. So you were building up to the gig. Sadly, it didn't happen. We've all seen on the news the reasons why it didn't happen. So how do you come back from a bit of a disappointment like that? Because I know how much you were looking forward to it.
I mean,
we just cracked on, didn't we? We had other stuff in the pipeline and just got on with it. And then,
I think as well, it was like, when we found out as well, it was like we was very much had a lot of momentum going on. Yeah. I don't know, I can't remember the exact dates of when it all happened, Evan, but I know definitely either in the pipeline or you know, just happened. There was we did South by Southwest, and when we was there, we supported New Order, what to us was absolutely massive.
Yeah. One of our favourite bands. So
yeah.
That was great.
Just supporting Manchester legends in Texas as well. It was just, you know, it was great. And I think, yeah, I guess we don't really take things as too much of it. Things don't happen for, you know, things happen for a reason and don't happen for a reason. And you have to just keep on going. And that's what we've done. And it did happen in the end. And it might have happened at a better time when we really developed our sound and we performed like our album in its entirety there, didn't we?
Yeah. So you got to think sometimes things happen for a reason. Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I think you've definitely earned it. When we did RGM's Hardworking Band of the Year type thing, you were definitely on that list because we just see you from a distance. I'm a nosy bastard, so I'm always online checking what band. but loose articles, you're always there. You're always grafting. You're always touring. You're always announcing and something else. You're always colourful and lively, messing about a football pitch somewhere and just having a good laugh. Is it always that much fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's one of those where like this, obviously we've got full-time jobs as well as this. Yeah. So this is our hobby, as some may say.
Full-time job's not so fun.
Yeah.
This is our like release from our lives, isn't it? It's like it's what we look forward to, it's what we want to do with our time. It's our expression.
Yeah. And if you're not having fun with that, then you know, shouldn't really be in it.
Having true with me, I work full time and do the RGM thing all on it. You know, you don't. It's not like you're working down pit, is it?
Yeah, that's what we do. We come to band practice and we go just down pit.
Yeah.
So you've been grafting. We've seen you out there releasing new music quite a lot and touring quite a lot as well. So I can remember when I first got told by Neil Winwood, I thought. Photographer.
Oh, Neil.
He were wearing one of your t-shirts. He said, "You've got to come and see this band down at Psych Fest." So I did. Fan for life, great band. Oh shit, my camera's gone off. Can you still hear me?
It disappeared. Where's it gone?
I've got a new camera.
We can hear you, but we can't see you.
Here we go.
Turn the lights off.
Oh yeah, you got a power cut, mate. Are you down the pit?
Where is he? He's down the pit. Look,
he's down the pit.
Let me just restart it. It's all good. It's all good. It's loading back up now. So yes, Neil Winwood introduced me to you. I'll be back in a bit. It's just loading. I'm saying that. Oh, now you
sound.
Yeah,
hey,
Neil introduced me to you, and I were down at this gig, and at that time, you I think you were kind of new. I think you've had a couple of lineup changes as well. I know a few of the girls, Pins, have been working with you and that kind of stuff, and we've interviewed Pins before, and you know they're great girls too. So how has it developed for you and changed with the lineups and that kind of stuff? I presume life just gets in the way for some people.
Yeah, definitely. It's sometimes because of how busy we are, and like we said, we all have full-time jobs and things like that. You have to really, really be giving up a lot of your time to do this. And we've so Louise, who was in the band, she just had a baby. Yeah. And she, she did so well to be a new mum and still do the band up until her last gig was the Foo Fighters as a big. This is the last gig.
Went out with a bang.
Really went out with a bang. And then a daughter were there as well, Rena. And it was dead cute and nice. But it just got to the point with that one where she was like, it was just too much. And she was taking all of her holidays with work off to do the band. And, she had to put her family first. Yeah. And it's completely understandable that happens as well. So, yeah, as much as we love Louise and everything, and then Tree as well, she wanted to sort of career first and things like that. Yeah. And you just have to let people do that, because at the end of the day you need to be loving what you do, because we're not really getting paid to do this. We're doing this as what essentially.
So unpaid internship.
Yeah.
I feel that. Yeah. But finding a new member it's not just about finding the best musician out there. It's finding someone that fits your personality as well, and it feels as much about the band as what you guys do, I suppose. And that's probably the hardest thing, getting someone that's passionate about what you do as what you are.
Yeah.
Surprisingly though, with the lineup changes, it has been incredibly easy.
Okay.
Yeah. We actually found it really, because it's all happened very natural.
Yeah.
So when Tree left the band, made a decision to leave the band, that's when Louise had just had Rini as well. And so Abby was one of the cover people for Louise when she was on maternity leave.
So she filled in on the drums.
Yeah, so she filled in on the drums. So we already sort of knew, like, oh, well, Abby sort of gets it and she's having fun with it. And then Louise were like, look, I think I want to take a step back from some gigs if she couldn't do because of childcare. That's why she moved to Keys, because if we had to do some gigs without the keys, we could still do it.
Yeah.
So that's what that decision was made. And then that's how Abby got involved. And then from that, Anna filled in on keys when, you know, Louise couldn't do it. And it was all very natural, everything happening. And we sort of already like tested, being like, oh, well, we know that person, so we can ask them if they just want to help fill in. And yeah,
it's all happened.
No, like inaugurations or anything like that for the new members or out daft. Like,
no, and it's like we have to
do something.
And there's been no like awkward sort of who wants to be in our band, and then doing like we
haven't had to look far, to be honest. People have found us, which is good.
Yeah, to be fair, we surround ourselves with a lot of really amazing musicians and a lot of amazing female musicians as well. What's made it very easy to do things like, you know, it's just easy, and we've got like a nice network of people who are really passionate about music, if something did happen, like Abby couldn't do a gig once, so our friend Sarah, well, it was her friend Sarah, who's now our friend, she filled in on drums for us. And just because Abby knew what we are like and what the band needed, she was just a perfect fit for that gig, wasn't she?
Yeah, she just got it right away.
And then when Anna couldn't, and then she came in and did keys for us in Europe because Anna had already booked a trip before we asked her to be in the band. And we just got we know a lot of amazing musicians.
I mean,
so by the skin of our teeth, we make it work.
It does seem, when I look around Manchester, it does seem like a bit of a boys' club a lot. But you have an absolute breath of fresh air. Just see you girls just proper having it as much as what the boys do. How do you see it looking around the community? How do you guys feel about just a lot of boys around when there should be more girls really as well?
Well, we can definitely drink more than the boys. So.
Yeah, okay.
Definitely harder.
Yeah, we're harder than the boys. I think all the boys are scared of us, actually. There has been rumours that remember when Fontosaurus said, like, someone said to him that we were like scary.
Yeah,
and really,
someone said we're scary girls.
We're scary girls, and they're like, but they're the sweetest girls ever. This American band who toured with us, toured with them. And funny. Right, sorry, what boys' club? Boys' club.
No, I was just wondering how you guys feel about it. Does it bother you? Do you just crack on with it? Do you have any opinions on it at all?
We crack on with what we're doing. We are trying to build, a network of people who are female, non-binary, working together. Through our touring project that we do, Kick Like a Girl. That's a big thing that we're all passionate about, and we're just trying to, change it for the better, level the playing field and make it more equal.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't feel like a boys' club to us because we're not in the boys' club.
Yeah,
we're not really as associated with that boys' club, and the lads who usually play with, if we're on the same lineup as that, they're usually very good and get it.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean. So. Yeah.
Tell us a bit more about this Kick Like a Girl thing, that project that you've got going. Tell us all about that. That sounds fun.
So we are currently touring this project at the moment. It's Kick Like a Girl Extra Time. It's the second time we've done it. The last time we did it was 2 years ago. We are touring around grassroots venues in the northwest of England. And the aim of the project is to encourage young non-binary and female people to join the music industry, whether that's like being in a band, being a performer, or being like lighting tech, sound tech, front of house, maybe manager, just basically raising awareness about all the jobs that you can do in the music industry, and your gender doesn't have to hold you back.
Yeah, do you look around and feel like it is holding a few people back then?
Definitely. Like, so on the tour, So we're doing like Q&As, and we're actually learning quite a lot about each other on the Q&As when the questions come out, about how we got into the music industry and things like that. And we've got a female sound tech list with us, and it was really interesting. The last one was like, "Oh, how did you become a sound tech?" And the first thing she said was, "I thought I wasn't allowed to be one. I thought you had to be a guy to be a sound tech." And we just felt that was I thought it was really interesting when she said it.
Shocking,
shocking that that's what she thought of going into it, being like, I'm not allowed to be one. And then after that, changing her mindset with it. And now she's trying to encourage more women and non-binary people to, get involved with doing the tech side of things.
Yeah, if it's more visible, it's more normalized, isn't it? So it's about raising awareness and just making it more visible.
Definitely.
Because sound technicians, sound engineering, learning all the skills that go on backstage, side stage, speakers aren't making them sound cool. I when I was at school, there were a few opportunities for it. There wasn't many girls on the course at all. So, I don't understand why that they feel it wasn't for them. Help me understand as a bloke of a certain age. I'd like to understand more about how you guys feel about it and what life's like for you and what the real world's like right now in Manchester for people trying to get into these type of things.
I think if you visibly see someone of your gender doing a job, it's going to encourage you into do it more, because it seems like it's a possibility. If you look around and there's nobody like you doing something, it would naturally put you off, because like Liz said, she thought she couldn't do it because she was a woman. She literally thought she wasn't allowed. And that's a lack of visibility thing, isn't it? Yeah. If she couldn't identify with anybody, I suppose it's confidence, because if you don't have the confidence to do it and you can't see anybody else doing it, you tell yourself you can't do it sometimes.
Yeah. And obviously with any sort of things like that, where you are a minority in an industry, because you're a minority, you get treated different. You get talked down to a lot. And that's in any minority as well. So people do look at you different, and it's breaking away from that. And especially with what we're doing with like Girls Can, and trying to, it's like the language changing towards women. I know in our songs, we very much touch on like funny slurs that, people say, like kick like a girl. It's called that because it's trying to imply that women can't kick footballs and play football when they can. And it's the same with, the music industry. Things are implied where women, they can't do it that much. Like, oh, you play like a girl or stuff like that. And we say it in our songs as well, like what's being said to us.
It's like, oh, that's your boyfriend's guitar, or are they your dad's records? These are things that people say to you.
And it's just changing opinions on that and making everything more accessible for anyone to do. I do feel like in Manchester it is getting better. It's a lot more open-minded than some places, and also there is opportunities out there. Like when in the Q&As, finding out stuff from Anna, who does keys. She does a lot of crewing work as well. So like she'll do stage managing and things like that. I know she did Green Man Festival when we were there, and there is opportunities just for women as well. Well, it's getting better. It's trying to introduce people into the industry.
Yeah.
Do you know somebody called Laura Mokes?
No.
No, she's from Sheffield originally. She used to be in a band called Hands Off Gretel.
I know Hands Off Gretel.
Lauren Tate, Delilah, but she does Delilah Bond now. She used to be the drummer for them, and then she went into sound engineering. And I saw her at Tramlines Festival doing sound for my mate Harriet Grant that were playing, and she was doing the stage at the side. So I thought, oh, there we go. She's always been passionate about doing sound engineering, and to see it, interesting to see her what opinions on actually getting to do it on the big stages and how she got about doing it.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to know.
Yeah, it'd be really good, and it's nice when you then see someone and being like, oh, they're actually doing it now. That's great. It's like it's really nice to see.
Yeah,
but yeah.
So as a touring band, what's the best thing about being in a band at the minute, and what's the hardest thing as you graft and go to all these grassroots venues and just keep slogging away getting loose articles out there? Give us an idea of what it's like in the real world again there.
Right, what's the best thing?
Yeah.
Or should we do the worst thing first then? That'd
be the easiest one. Yeah, it's hard to think of good things sometimes, isn't it?
What is the worst thing? I don't know.
I don't really know.
I'm just thinking positive right now.
I'm thinking positive as well. I mean, I don't know what bad things there are. Yeah, we could get paid better. We could actually get paid. That's
yes, okay.
I mean, there's that, but it's one of those. It's like it's quite hard because it always feels like the people who actually make the music are the ones who lose out on all the money, and it's everyone else around them who gets
last to get paid.
Yeah, we're the last to get paid. But that's just, that's just as it is. We knew that going into it, so we can't really complain too much about it if we knew about it.
But I think the best thing is traveling around the country, meeting young people who we can change, make a little difference to their life, and maybe inspire them to be, the next thing. Like they might go out and form a band, and it's that could be great. And seeing new places, traveling around, I think we all really like doing that, don't we?
Yeah, it's nice. Like we've gone to places that we just wouldn't ever go to, like when we've like toured in Europe and things like that. It's just a big adventure.
Yeah.
And we also like, when we're going around as well, like we all are mates who were just having a laugh. And usually when we do Europe, we bring our mate Kat, who drives us, who's just loads of fun, great to travel about with. And it's just nice. It's lovely. And then you meet people from all these different areas, and you've got friends for life all around the world.
Yeah.
And that's just really, it's just nice to do.
Yeah, did you get your van sorted? Because I know didn't it break down? No, didn't.
So it's gone to the scrapyard.
Yes, it's going to scrap. The poor van. Yeah. What did we call the van again? It did have a name.
Did it have a name?
It did.
I don't know. It's dead now anyway.
Van died.
We're looking for a new one if you know anyone.
Yeah, if you know anyone who's selling one, give us one.
Yeah, cheap or free.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, we're definitely, it's all in convoy at the moment in your, how old's your Peugeot?
So I've got a 205 Peugeot 206.
I think mine's
Silver Bomber.
Yeah, I've got Cherry Corsa, 2008 maybe.
Nice.
Yeah, we're going in
traveling in style.
Yeah, really are. It's not really the glamorous van life that we absolutely love.
Was it Phil from Ventrals that drove you about a little bit as well?
Yeah, Phil did actually. Yeah.
After that, sorry, that's just come to me. I don't know. I know Phil for about. I live in Denton. I keep seeing him in Morrison's every now and again.
I'm from Denton.
Oh yeah. Oh nice. Just moved to Audenshaw, just down the road. But
get a bit posh, are you?
Yeah, I've got my own bedroom now and everything. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so he drove you about as well, and helped
a
bit of driving and all that kind of stuff. So you're in cars. Not is it as much fun as being in back of a van? Just
no.
Stellas.
It's not as
rubbish.
fun, but it's like the van life. As great as it is, it's not as fun as everyone makes out, to be honest with you. You're just sort of sitting about waiting. Actually, the tunes are good. Everyone sing along to all the tunes.
Yeah, a lot of sitting down.
A lot of sitting down.
So you have to make sure you stand up and stretch out a few times a day.
It were funny. This has just come to my mind as well. I was just driving with the missus down. Where was it? You go down Hyde Road and you go left towards Stockport. What's that road called? Reddish, that's the one. Nice one, thank you. I'm rubbish. I'm not from Manchester. I've only been here 6 years. I still can't remember. And I can just remember somebody driving past in a van with yellow and red hair. So that's got to be nuts. And it were you just bombing on.
Me?
Yeah. Was it?
It probably was me, but I don't know why I would have been there. I probably would have been driving. I don't know what I've been doing.
Yeah. What have you been up to, right?
I don't know what I've been up to, but yeah, it would definitely be me. Was the car red and did it have tiger print seat covers?
I remember. I can just remember seeing red and yellow hair, so I thought it's got to be Nat.
It probably was, to be honest with you. There's no one else who can have.
Yeah, I'm not stalking you. I can just remember seeing you drive past in the car. That's all.
Should have beeped.
I know. You should have pipped.
You were speeding. I just left you to it.
Oh, did I?
You don't speak, do you?
I'm really slow. So I'm a really slow driver.
Okay.
So my mum's a driving instructor. And even though I'm the young age of 31 now, I'm still scared of my mum telling me off for speeding. Yeah. So I don't do it. No. I'm a very sensible driver.
Okay, fair enough. So it's all happening for the band. There's loads going on. So just sticking with Kick Like a Girl for a little bit. So you do a Q&A. What else kind of thing happens on these gigs? Then you do a Q&A and a few songs and stuff, or?
So after the Q&A, we usually invite the young people to come and join us in the sound check. Oh, nice. So if anyone's like got an instrument that they play, or if they're interested in playing, they'll go and like stand with us. Like if they play bass or guitar, they'll come and stand with one of us. and we just basically talk them through what we're doing and like explain what a sound check is, and if you've got any questions about like what you do.
Yeah, it was really nice in Darwin. So it was a school who came along, and one of the kids went over just really confidently to Erin, going like, "Can I play guitar?"
Here you go.
Here you go. And then the teacher said to me, just like came up, went, "They're so quiet at school, like they don't say anything." And then all of a sudden they've got all this confidence.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is just so nice, because if you take people out of a school setting to something that they enjoy as well, the confidence level just goes up, and it's a nice environment to be in, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
that must be really rewarding for you too as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, it was recently as well, because there's the band because we did the project before in 2013, so there was this band from Morecambe called Dead Sheep, and they
2023
was it 2023
2013
2000. Oh my god, my brain.
I was like,
oh my god,
what was we even doing in 2023?
I don't even know where we were. I think
you were 8, but I just went with it.
God knows.
We was firing.
Yeah.
We was firing for Remake Remodel then. God, honestly. I know 2023.
Okay.
We did the first project 2 years ago, and there was this so basically there wasn't even a band then. They did a workshop before we got there, and they had to perform a song before we played. And then we were talking about, we did the other workshop, well, the Q&A with them and everything like that, performed a song, everyone. And then we went back again. And from that, they formed a band, and they ended up playing 3 original songs before we went on supporting us. And there was a few bands that did that.
Yeah.
This time in Blackpool, this Dead Sheep band did a full 30-minute set, did all original songs as well. And they've just been booked to play Rebellion Festival in Blackpool, and that's from More Music, who they do great stuff in Morecambe, and us collaborating with them to do the Kit Like a Girl project. So you could see it's making a difference.
Yeah.
And it's so rewarding, isn't it?
Yeah, and Dead Sheep are great. You should check them out.
Sheep, good. On the list now, Dead Sheep. There we go. Check them out. In fact, I'll check them out, and I'll put a link in the description of this interview so people can just click on it and check them out.
They've just released a new single called Mansplaining.
Oh, okay.
They're very, very, very loose articles as
very
well.
Joke then about, do you want me to tell you what that means? But sorry. So you're out on the road, you've got these projects, everything's going well, you're out there grafting, you're trying to earn a few quid when you can, selling a few t-shirts, having a few Stellas, you're on the road, and then you get a phone call from Foo Fighters again to say that it's happening again. Talk us through how you found out and how did you get that night when you got the news.
Was it an email we got?
It was another email. Another email.
Just asking for our availability, I think. Was we available?
They always ask, they're like, are you available for this little gig?
And it's just like, no.
And also it's always like way over a year until it happened. So we're just like, let me just check my diary.
In there yet.
But yeah, it was great. Like, it was nice that they asked us again. We, all absolutely buzzing that they did. I think the first time was more of a, oh my God, shock.
Yeah.
It happened. Whilst this time it was like, oh, that's sound. You know what I mean? We were there like, oh, that it was really nice. And we was like, I think we already went through the emotion of, oh my God, this is the biggest like rock band in the world has asked us to do this.
How did they come about getting to know Loose Articles? How did the connection even like happen?
So the gig was it's an SGM gig, who are a real big promoter in Manchester. And as far as I'm aware from some people from SGM, how it works with gigs as well is, so they'll give the band a list of local supports from a lot bigger than us to, obviously, at the time when we first got, I think did we have Buses and Up for Disco out?
Yeah, there wasn't much on like
online,
music-wise.
There wasn't much at all, and they just sort of sent over everything and the pictures from this list. What is obviously we were the first pick, because who's going to say no to like that? Like, we weren't like bottom of the pile or anything like that. So Yeah, that's as far as I'm aware, that is what happened.
That's what we think happened, but
yeah.
Take that, won't you?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Well, talk us through like so you wake up on the day, then the gig's happening that day.
Yeah.
Just walk me through, because I can't imagine anything. I were in a band years ago. We just did little bits around Sheffield. We never had like big stage experience. How do you, first of all, how do you plan a stage that big? And talk us through the day, the actual mechanics of the day and how it all panned out.
So obviously the gig starts. So the way you plan for a gig like that, we very much thought about who we wanted as our sound tech and monitor technician.
Yeah.
We brought all our own crew with us because we wanted to sound absolutely amazing. And as well as that, we made sure we hired in the best equipment, because obviously we need massive amps for stuff like that. Very nicely got gifted massive orange amps for the gig.
Yeah.
Had
a wall of amps.
Was
cool.
So we already prepped. This is months in advance, already prepping all that stuff. Making sure we know who to work with. We had a pre-production day.
Yeah, we did a pre-production at the White Hotel with our crew. Yeah, and also we did our sound check, like, was it the day before?
Day before we did it.
Yeah, so we went to Old Trafford the day before to like set up all our gear, do the sound check, which was really nice actually, because we got a chance to go and like see it while no one else was there. And it probably made us a bit more comfortable for the day after, for the actual gig, because we could have like a walk around and see where everything was. And it was just mad, wasn't it, running around on that massive stage?
Yeah.
Like, we were just like, oh my God, everyone's so far away.
So what they said to us was, they were like, basically, we were supposed to have a sound check on the day, but because of Foo Fighters' schedule, they asked us to do it the day before, us and Wet Leg. So we got a proper sound check the day before. And we were I think it was like a 3-hour sound check or something.
Yeah, it was amazing,
Yeah, and it really did make us so comfortable. All of their crew, amazing. We felt so comfortable with them and everything. The catering was incredible there.
I was going to mention that.
Go on.
It was great.
Well, talk us through that then, Erin.
Well, because we're vegan as well, usually if you go to like catering or something, there's like one option or something. But I think it was like Cajun shiitake mushrooms or something.
Oh, it's so good.
And then it was like you could make your own smoothies. Like it was just a salad bar. It was mint, wasn't it?
We had the first experience this on the sound check day.
So we got 2 days worth.
But the next day we're there stocking up stuff. I was there getting loads of cherry cokes out the fridge and putting it in my I'll do. We did have big shop there. But yeah, it was amazing. And also another thing that we pre-prepared as well. So we got asked, we knew this is a big gig, and we know the only way you can prepare yourself for something that big is by gigging.
Yeah.
Anywhere. You can do as many practices in a practice room as you can, but the best experience you'll ever get for playing live is playing live. So we got offered a few weeks before the gig, we got offered a tour with the Lovely Eggs.
Oh, nice.
Very, very lucky that they have kids and need to do it they've got a kid and they have to do it in the school holidays.
Yeah.
So it fit with how our schedule, and that we could actually, with work, we could actually gig with them for the full tour. And we made sure, because we did a half an hour set with them, and our set with Foo Fighters was half an hour, that's our trial and error of what songs are we putting in this set, what works well together. And we had a tour to figure that out and perfect it. And that really did help. And then after we did a mini tour with Chroma the week before, who also was supporting the Foo Fighters in Old Trafford. But yeah,
I think that having that week of gigs was dead good. It was like a godsend, because we could just like polish our set dead good and decide how we wanted to do it, what songs, what order. By the end of it, we were like, yeah, this is the one we're going to do.
Yeah.
And then sorry, go on. I interrupted.
I was going to say, then when we figured it out the order, we actually got to practice it for a few nights, didn't we? Because we knew then, like, this is it. We've now got a few more dates on this and the Chroma tour to practice this set.
Yeah.
Nice. And were they all mingling? Like, were Wet Leg mingling behind Chroma? Were Foo Fighters just walking about, or do they keep themselves to themselves on that?
You're trying to get the gossip, aren't you?
Yeah. We were mingling, weren't we? But,
so Chroma were playing on a different day.
Yeah, they played the
right, okay.
So we played the Wet Leg day. We met Wet Leg. Wet Leg, as soon as we came off stage, Wet Leg came over to us and said how amazing the set was. What was really lovely. Then we got chatting to them afterwards as well.
Yeah, that sound.
Yeah, really nice. We didn't meet the Foo Fighters, unfortunately.
No, passing ships in the night.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
But they're just like straight in, straight out for their bits then. That
yeah.
kind of...
Yeah, definitely. And also
they play for so long, don't they? I feel like they must have just been knackered afterwards. Like they do such a long set. And that was like the first night of their tour as well, wasn't it? So
okay.
We were like, you know what, if they just want to go to bed, that is absolutely sound.
Yeah, it seems like they didn't really meet anyone on that tour as well. They were very in and out. But that's the thing, they've got long days that they do. And they also, in the like backstage bit, they've got a whole floor to themselves. And at 4, they've also got rehearsal rooms in there and stuff like that. So they're practicing their set up there before they're even going on.
Yeah, so they're just fully busy, aren't they?
Yeah.
No, I can imagine. It should no wonder gig tickets are that much if they're paying for like to have like rehearsal rooms and all this stuff backstage and that kind
massage room,
massage rooms and all that kind of stuff. You don't get that in Yes, do you?
No.
Bless you. So what have you got coming up? What's going on in the Loose Article camp now? Then what can we look forward to? What we got? What can you tell us?
So yeah, we're continuing with our Kick Like a Girl tour. Got a few dates left on that.
Nice.
And then what else have we got coming up?
So we've got that. We've got what we're allowed to tell you. We've got definitely Sound from the Other City and Crow Land as 2 festivals coming up.
Nice.
We've got other gigs in the pipeline, but we're not allowed to talk about them yet.
Yeah.
Got some other stuff, and then we might have some form of new music in a collaborative form coming out.
Something very different.
Very different. Yeah.
Gonna be like Blossoms and McCasley.
Nah, better.
Better than that. What a similar kind of like, whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Well, I do like how collaborations. Like I just see Lottery Winners just collaborating with everybody, and it's just helped them so much to find new pockets of fans in different places that you wouldn't necessarily find as well. Collaborations in general, I think are quite common at the minute. They're good, aren't they?
The one that we've done, it's honestly, we would have never thought of doing it. And even when we was like the lead up to doing it, we was like, what is this sort of thing? And then
what's it gonna be?
Yeah, what's it gonna be? And now it's like, it's great. I'm very excited for people to see it.
Yeah, same. It's very different,
incredibly different. And
we can't even have a hint. You can't even hint to what it'll be. Erin looks like she wants to tell me that.
I mean, there is clues on our Instagram sometimes with people we've been hanging out with and where we've been hanging out. And we did do a picture in the studio.
Yeah, it's international.
Yeah, it's international.
Right, yeah. Well, I'll put a link to your Instagram page so people have a nosy and comment and speculate. It's all activity in it. That's supposed to help stuff, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely. Like, share, and comment.
New music, touring, anything else coming up?
We're just writing our second album.
Yeah. Oh, second album. Nice.
Yeah, we're just on the way with that. We've got like ideas at the moment, like a lot of like sort of song ideas when it comes to like both lyrically and like guitar and bass wise. It's just then taking it into the room and really getting it down. And as soon as we get in the room and do stuff, we're pretty rapid and very good with writing the music. So
I suppose it's a bit more pressure, the second album, I suppose. I hear from a lot of people that you're not a new band when you've got an album out, I suppose. Now you're like one of the elder statespeople of the music industry. You're on your second album.
Yeah, I guess you got to keep going, aren't you? If it's what you want to do, you can't stop.
I mean, it's one of those as well. Like, I personally don't feel this second album pressure, and I don't know why I don't feel it at the moment. I think it's because we've done the first album. We sort of know what we're good at, and we're also like leaning in another direction of what might work, what's still similar to the album we've just done, but it's just developed. And I'm more excited to see how it gets developed.
Yeah. Just moving things on.
Well, you've both left us with a lot of teas in there, which is nice. Going on in the Loose Articles camps. Is there anything any kind of like message you'd like to share with the Loose Articles fans out there, or people that are thinking about buying a ticket for your Kick Like a Girl tour that haven't pressed the button yet? What would you say to those people hovering about that have supported you, and they might come and see you soon on this tour.
Stop messing about and
Stop messing about.
It's only a £5 this gig.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it's a £5. You have no excuse.
Less than a pint in most these days.
It's so sad to say that now. It used to be just like, it would be there like, oh, it's, you know,
it's the price of a pint.
But now it's
like,
less.
It's
Wow. Well, Erin, NATALIE, thanks for joining us. It's always an absolute pleasure just to share your story in the music industry and just share you guys and all the fun that you're having out on there, just doing it your way. I just think it's brilliant. I do look at you as one of the hardest working bands that I see online just when I'm, and I just want to say, you know, keep going. You've got this.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Thanks again. Cheers. Nice one.